What if I told you that Apple is planning to completely take over your living room? And I don't mean with another little black box that just plays Netflix. I mean a takeover. For years, the Apple TV has been, well, let's be honest, it's been the most boring product in Apple's entire lineup. It's expensive. It's powerful, but for what? To stream 4K content that your smart TV can already stream? The remote was an abomination for years. The new one is fine, but the whole product feels like a hobby, a side project, something Tim Cook looks at once a year and says, "Oh yeah, we still make that." But that's all about to change. The rumors, the leaks, the supply chain whispers we're hearing for 2025. This isn't just an update. This isn't an Apple TV 4K Gen 4. This is a complete reinvention. This is Apple finally showing its hand. And what they're planning, it's not just a product. It's an ambush. What we're talking about today are the credible leaks pointing to a device so different, it might not even be called the Apple TV. We're talking about a device that merges three different Apple products into one. A device that finally answers the question, why is Apple in the living room? And trust me, by the end of this video, you will look at that little black box on your TV stand and realize it was just a Trojan horse. So grab a drink, settle in, because the 2025 Apple TV is the most exciting and most secretive product Apple has worked on in years. And we have the details. The problem, for Apple, has always been the smart home. They own your pocket with the iPhone. They own your wrist with the Apple Watch. They own your desk with the Mac. But the living room, the home itself, that's Google's territory. That's Amazon's territory. Alexa and Google Assistant are everywhere. They're in speakers, in displays, in your microwave. Where's Apple? The HomePod? A great speaker, but it's just a speaker. The Apple TV? A great streaming box, but it's just a box. Apple doesn't do just a box. Apple does ecosystems. And the 2025 model is the heart of their new ecosystem. The first and biggest leak that changes everything is a camera. Yes, a built-in camera. Now, your first thought is FaceTime. And you're right. Apple has been trying to get FaceTime onto the big screen for years. Remember continuity camera? Where you have to precariously balance your $1,000 iPhone on top of your TV. It's clumsy. It's awkward. It's not an Apple solution. The 2025 Apple TV will have a camera built right in. Imagine sitting on your couch and taking a family call on a 75-inch screen. That's a game changer. But a camera in your living room? Always watching? I know what you're thinking. The privacy implications. This is the first hurdle. But if any company can solve this, it's Apple. Expect a physical, automatic privacy shutter that closes when it's not in use. Expect all processing to be done on device. Apple will sell this on privacy first. But this camera isn't just for FaceTime. Think bigger. Think interactive. Think about Fitness Plus. Right now, you follow a trainer on screen. What if the camera could see you? What if it could use its advanced neural engine to track your form in real time? Move your left arm higher. Your squat form is breaking. It becomes a personal trainer right in your home. Think about new types of experiences. Gesture controls. Waving your hand to pause a movie or navigate the interface. No remote required. This single feature, a camera, elevates the Apple TV from a passive content receiver to an active participant in your home. But that's only piece number one of the puzzle. What's the other part of the living room equation? Sound. The original HomePod was a commercial failure. It sounded amazing, but it was too expensive. It solves so many problems. It declutters your media console. You buy one device, not two. It gives Apple a premium soundbar to compete with Sonos and Bose. And it finally gives Siri a permanent, powerful home right in the center of your house, with beamforming microphones that can hear you from across the room. This is Apple's true smart home hub, a device that sees and hears. It's the central command for your entire smart home, controlling your lights, your locks, your thermostat. The Home app finally becomes the central dashboard Apple always wanted it to be, displayed beautifully on your TV. This is the vision. It's not a streaming box. It's the brain of your home. But wait, there's a third piece. And this one is for the gamers. Why does the current Apple TV 4K have an A15 Bionic chip? That chip is wildly overpowered for just streaming Netflix. It's the same family of chips that runs the iPhone 13 Pro. It's overkill, unless it was practice. The 2025 Apple TV is rumored to be getting a serious silicon upgrade. We're not talking an A-series chip. We're talking an M-series chip, an M2, or even an M3 chip. The same chip that powers a MacBook Air. Now, ask yourself, why would a streaming box need a laptop-grade processor? The answer: Apple Arcade isn't the endgame. It's the beginning. Apple is not trying to compete with the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5. Not directly. They don't want to play the $500 console game. They want to create a new market. The success of AAA games on the iPhone 15 Pro, like Resident Evil Village and Assassin's Creed Mirage, wasn't just a tech demo. It was a statement of intent. Apple proved they can get high-end, graphically intensive games running on their silicon. Now, imagine that power, that M2 or M3 chip, in a box that is always plugged into the wall. Always cooled. Always connected to your best screen. This new Apple TV becomes a legitimate, high-powered gaming console. A console that costs, say, $299 or $399. A console that doesn't just play Apple Arcade's indie titles, but runs a full library of AAA games. This is Apple's secret weapon against Microsoft and Sony. They aren't just selling a box. They're selling an ecosystem. You buy the game once on the App Store, and you can play it on your iPhone on the bus, on your iPad at a cafe, on your Mac at your desk, and now, on your 80-inch TV with a connected PlayStation controller. That is a value proposition that no one else can match. This is the three-pronged attack: communication and fitness with the camera, smart home and audio with the HomePod integration, high-end gaming with the M-series chip. Suddenly, a $300 or $400 price tag for an Apple TV doesn't seem so crazy, does it? Because it's not an Apple TV. It's an Apple Home Hub, an Apple console, an Apple portal. Now, let's talk about the other leaks. The smaller details that paint the full picture. The remote. Oh, the remote. The current one is good. It's a massive improvement. But it has one critical, unforgivable flaw. You can't find it. How? How did Apple, the company that invented the AirTag, create a tiny, slim, dark-colored remote that is guaranteed to be lost in your couch cushions and not put a U1 chip in it? It's baffling. The 2025 model will fix this. Expect a new Siri remote with full Find My integration. A U1 ultra-wideband chip that lets your iPhone point you directly to it. In the left cushion. No, deeper. It's a small change, but it's a massive quality of life improvement. It shows they're listening. But what about the other end of the market? Not everyone wants a $400 super hub. What about the people who just want a good, simple, cheap streaming experience? This is where the second device comes in. The leaks don't just point to one new Apple TV. They point to two. There's the Pro model, the hub, the camera speaker gaming beast we've been talking about. And then there's this stick. For the first time ever, Apple is rumored to be making a low-cost streaming stick, a direct competitor to the Amazon Fire Stick and the Roku Stick. Think about it. A small HDMI dongle. It plugs right into the back of your TV. It comes with a simplified remote. It runs tvOS. It gives you the clean, ad-free Apple TV interface. It gives you Apple TV Plus, Apple Music, and Apple Arcade, the light version. And it costs $49, or maybe $79. This is Apple's other Trojan horse. This is how they tee their operating system, tvOS, into every living room. Not just the high-end ones. They get you into the ecosystem for cheap. You start using Apple TV Plus. You start using Apple Fitness Plus. You start using Apple Arcade. And then you look at that $400 Pro Hub and you think, you know what? I'm already in the ecosystem. That upgrade makes sense. It's a brilliant two-part strategy. Capture the high-end and the low-end simultaneously. Squeeze the competition from both sides. So, let's put all the pieces on the table. We have a high-end hub device. Let's call it the Apple TV Studio or Apple TV Home. It has an M-series chip for console-level gaming, a built-in camera for FaceTime, Fitness Plus, and gesture controls, a high-fidelity HomePod-grade speaker array, effectively making it a smart soundbar. A new remote with Find My integration. A price point probably in the $299 to $499 range. And then we have a low-end express device, the Apple TV Stick. It has a powerful enough A-series chip, maybe the A15. A simple, clean, streaming-focused experience. No camera, no advanced speaker. A price point designed to kill, $49 to $79. When does all this happen? The leaks are converging on 2025. It could be a spring event, but more likely, this is a one more thing announcement at a fall event. Apple loves to position its home products for the holiday season. This is the why. This is the plan. Apple isn't just updating a boring black box. They are fundamentally redefining what a TV box is for. It's not for streaming. Your TV already does that. It's for connecting you to your family through FaceTime. It's for controlling your entire smart home with a smarter Siri. It's for playing real, intensive, beautiful games. It's for listening, giving you a sound experience that a thin TV never could. And it's for training, watching you, correcting you, and making you healthier. This is the vision. This is the device that finally unites Apple services, TV Plus, Music, Fitness Plus, Arcade, and HomeKit into one single, cohesive, powerful experience. This is how Apple, in one single move, tries to checkmate Google and Amazon in the living room. The little black box is about to grow up, and it's coming for everything. The only question left is, are you ready for it?